Hello, it's me, Merc, your training officer. So, judging by the uniform you're wearing, that being the avant-garde, that means one of two things. One, you have raided our armory and I will have to kill you, or you actually managed to join our regiment. If so, then good for you. Now, we are a hybrid regiment. Something I decide to make this regiment on my own terms, because I can. Essentially, we do line infantry and skirmishing. I already went over line infantry tactics, but I'm going to go over skirmishing tactics. So, first I'm going to go over normal skirmish order. So skirmish order would be a normal line, but imagine per every person there's a gap about one guy wide. So a skirmish order would be one man, one man, one man, one man, one man. You would have space between each other, and depending on what your officer wants, they could say two man, where it'd be two, 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 or three, 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 etc. Now I'm going to go over the stagger. Now you see how these numbers are, how they go in a zigzag formation? That's basically what a stagger is. So your officer would say, company, stagger, and you would start zigzagging while you're in your skirmish order, and you would start making a zigzag line. Now, one thing I see get messed up pretty often about cover fire is whenever you are in cover, you don't shoot at all. I don't know why people mistake this. Essentially, what cover fire is, you would have a set group of people, per se 3 people. They would move up and do their thing. Meanwhile, the people that are set to cover fire would be behind cover, firing at the enemies to make sure that the people advancing can move forward without as much disturbance as they normally would, henceforth reducing casualty risk. Now, we're going to go over firing and advancing. It's about as simple as it sounds. You start shooting and reloading while advancing in either line, skirmish line, or stagger. Then, same thing for fire and advance, but backwards. You would retreat while firing and reloading, skirmish order, or stagger. Now, another thing you may be wondering, wait, but we don't use sword bayonets here. Yes, we don't. But that's fine. We still get our sabers. I will go into my inventory and show you how a normal company would arm their rankers. They would use rifle, a normal saber, and no utility. Though I'm not moving off the water bucket. Actually, you know what? I will, because I'm kind. Then, once they have their company's kit, they respawn, and they would be armed. Now, with the rifle, it's pretty simple. Imagine a musket, but slower, but it does way more damage, has better penetration, all that fun stuff. The big thing about it is you want to make sure that you hit your targets. So what you do is, if you're on PC, you would take your mouse. You would obviously go into present arms. Then you would click middle mouse, and that lets you aim in. It also reduces spread for your weapon and adds zoom. Not a lot of zoom, but zoom nonetheless. You can also do this with a musket, believe it or not. I will show you. That is all for today. Thank you for watching.